watched Red One last night. A movie that everybody's like, oh, I don't have to watch it. I know it's awful. Cannot stand this movie, by the way, either. This applies to video games and movies. Don't say you don't have to play it, don't have to watch it without. That just makes you look stupid. That's like me being like, I've never driven this car before, but just know I'm not going to like it. Dude, what if you do? What if you like the way the fucking seat feels? What if you like the way that headrest feels on your fucking head, okay? Like, you don't know shit, okay, until you've actually done it, right? And that applies to jobs. That applies to life things, okay? And I feel like that applies to this movie, okay? Red One, starring The Rock. Not Dwayne, he's just The Rock now. There is no Dwayne Johnson. He's the Cole now, in my eyes. So the Cole and Chris Evans star in this movie about saving Santa Claus. J.K. Simmons is Santa Claus. He gets kidnapped by this. Actually, I'm not going to spoil that because I don't remember seeing this from the trailer. He gets kidnapped by some people. And basically, The Rock is like an elf. He's like the commander of the elves. And he's like about to retire. He's like, all these fucking kids are so goddamn disrespectful. And I was like, yeah, you're kind of right. And he's like, I just don't fucking see the magic anymore. It was getting kind of dark. Low-key, there's so many fucking scenes in this movie where I was like, damn, this dude's like acting his ass off. He's being serious as fuck in a movie about him being an elf. He decided now that he was going to give it his all. Like, he's dead serious. He is on this role. And I'm just like, I mean, more power to you, brother, but like, I don't think anybody else was taking this fucking movie serious. Like, even J.K. Simmons is having fun. And like, this dude's like, those goddamn kids. And I was like, hey, bro. Scared me for a minute. There's like so many serious scenes at the beginning. I was like, what the fuck is this movie? And so he and J.K. Simmons, you know, they're like buddies. You know, that's his boy. I'm resigning because all these goddamn kids. And then, you know, J.K. Simmons is like, no, don't fucking do that. Please don't do that, boy. And The Rock's like, I'm not your boy. I'm actually the commander of the elves. Actually, he doesn't say that, but still, he's like, I want to resign, whatever. He's like, I'm going to do one more Christmas with you. He's like, this is it. I'm quitting. This is it, right? And these people have unknown goals of why they want him. They want to get him for some reason. Once again, this is not spoilers, so I'm not going to tell you why, but they get him. And it's up to The Rock and Chris Evans to do this, because Chris Evans comes into play because he's the one that gives these people the coordinates, because he's just, you know, he's just a bad boy. He's a bad boy. He ain't doing nothing right in his life. Like, literally, they make him like probably the most piece of shit ever. He actually steals candy from a baby. This dude fucking hates his own son. He won't spend any time with his child. He steals, kills, lies. Actually, I don't know if he kills, but it's kind of implied the way he fights that he's murdered people before. And he's known by the Wolf. And like the FBI and all these other big organizations, they want him. And he's like, I'm alone. Do you get it? You get it? That's why he's called the Wolf. You get it? And once again, I'm telling you this because I'm letting you know this movie's not great. Like, it's not a 10. I just had fun with it though. And so anyways, he does that, and they get him because they're like, hey, you wouldn't know how to find this guy, right? And there's so many times in this movie where they're like, okay, well, now they know what they need to do. They should just send some elves to go handle business. But instead, they're like, no, this is a buddy cop movie with Chris Evans. And like, at one point, they find the guy, and I'm like, okay, why the fuck is Chris Evans still here? And it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. He's still in the movie. It's cool. It's Chris Evans. We like him. Remember that. And so, you know, there's a lot of problems in this movie, which I want to get into, because that's pretty much the plot, is they're saving Christmas. That's kind of how you get the setup, whatever. So my first problem is that I can't really fucking see this movie. It's black. It's darker to me. Okay. Almost says blacker to me. No, it's not black. It's like that blue tint that Netflix uses. No, it's just darker to me. You can't see it. There's so many scenes. Like, the only scene I excuse that is like the Krampus scene where they go there. It's like this big castle. It's like really cool. And that's my other thing too, like a positive I really like. I like all the lore stuff that they have. So it's kind of like the Santa Claus, and you know how like they have like, oh man, it's like Frosty, it's this and that. But like in this movie, they're like, yeah, but these people are dark. And so, you know, they got Krampus, and like, you know, it's pretty cool. And like that scene I was like, I get, because like this is kind of like hell. This is kind of awful. He's got hellhounds at the front gate. It's kind of scary. And I was like, hey, cool. I'm glad that this part's dark, right? Should have only seen in a movie that's dark, but there's so many like other scenes like where they're driving. I'm just like, I can't see shit. Like the North Pole scene, like where Santa's getting kidnapped. The Rock's running, and it's CGI as fuck, because like I guess he can't run that fast. Because like I was sitting there thinking, I said, do I run faster than the fucking Rock? He's like, literally, at one point, he's like, Santa's went missing. He's like, I'm going to do a side view. I can't run that far. There's not much here. But he does this. He's like, everybody else is like, Santa, fuck. The Rock's like, Santa Claus, where are you? I shook my whole camera. I'm a fat fuck. But anyways, he like comes up on here and it's like, damn, dude. And so he's doing this and like at one point I guess they CGI his body because he's like jumping rooftop shit. Motherfucker is Superman, right? And he does all this crazy shit. And I'm just sitting there thinking, it would be fucking nice, HBO, if I could see it. That's a Game of Thrones reference for the final season. Because I can't see it. I cannot see it. There's so many times like where he's like jumping and he's doing this and that, and I'm like, I get it. When it gets into the snowy part of this chase scene, I could get it being dark like that. Cool. Do your light and do whatever you want to, cinematographer. But like at no point this bright light of a North Pole location that we have that looks pretty good. I like the town. I like it. It feels lived in. I really like that part. But I can't see shit. Like he's running on rooftops that have like fucking 12 Christmas trees on it. I said, I can't even see you. That doesn't make any sense. It's so bad. And so, yeah, you got problems with lighting. It's like really fucking atrocious, like dead ass. Like that drops it like 3 points for me because like there's so many cool scenes in this movie. You're like, yeah, like even like the ending towards that. They're like, you know, fighting. They're doing like their final hoorah, and I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. Can't even see it. But my other problem is kind of some lore things. And I know you're probably sitting there going, ain't no way you gave a shit about the lore. I did. When I watch a movie, I get locked the fuck in. I don't care how bad it is, right? So, for example, you've seen the trailer. He has that gauntlet that, like, makes things alternate reality. And they don't really explain that. It's like, who the fuck is cutting crap? It's like some Ant-Man shit, right? And he's, like, growing tall and this and that. And I'm like, cool. That's awesome. At one point, actually, at 2 points, he does it to vehicles, to Hot Wheels. Don't tell me how they drive. He said alternate reality, like changing it, morphing it. I said, okay, I'll buy into that. But he does it on the side of the street in front of people. And like, it would have been cool to have scenes where people are like, what the fuck? Or maybe some Men in Black shit where they're like, ding, like that. No, they don't do that. He just does it. And like, people are just eating their dinner and like, oh, that fucking Hot Wheel turned into a big fucking car. That's nice. And they just don't care. I'm like, what the fuck? And then even like that, they like have like the Toy Store scene, like you know, like the Wonder Woman scene, like that action figure scene that Chris Evans says is kind of funny in the trailer. They like so like those are like teleporters, like toy stores. Which, by the way, I don't know if they weren't thinking about how the modern day is. I said I don't know many toy stores. I said the Toys R Us done fucking closed. Okay, Walmart. I don't think that's a locale that they can use. And so it's just like an actual toy store. And I was like, okay, cool. So you can only travel like maybe 3 locations in the whole fucking world. There's no toy stores open that I know of. And so they're like, oh yeah, you can travel bridge to bridge. But I was like, do the customers, like do the employees, like do all these people shopping just know this? Because at one point he grabs stuff from one store, goes to the back, teleports, leaves, and he walks at the front door. And I'm like, you didn't pay for shit. Do they just know, oh, that's an elf. He's good to go. And so that's where I'm getting thrown off. I'm telling you, it's not the movie. It's just lore things like this where I'm like, my immersion's broken in this Santa Claus movie. I take Santa very seriously. Very fucking seriously. And my immersion's getting broken, okay? Don't explain some bullshit, but then do the stupidest thing ever. Like, I was like, did you just fucking steal Elf, you piece of shit? Overall, I say that this is a pretty good Christmas movie. It's a lot of dumb fun. It's not the greatest movie out there. Like, dead ass. I need you to understand something. It's not good, but it's okay. It's alright. It's like those Christmas movies that like you kind of watch first because you try to get to like the tier 1 ones. Like you try to get to like the Jingle All the Ways, the Christmas with the Cranks, which even those movies people hate for some reason. But if you want some fun, see some people fight Krampus, fight some evil snowman. Okay, some evil witches and shit. Watch Santa Claus be buff and muscular, be J.K. Simmons. If you want to just have some overall fun, okay, I say you should go watch this. And the only reason I'm saying this is because the only other good movie that I think comes out this month is Gladiator 2. Wicked looks very okay. Fucking casted. I'm not even gonna get into that. We'll get to that next week. I'm hoping it's good though. The color grading on Wicked looks fucking awful though. That they should have that shit should have been the most beautiful looking movie ever. Easiest swing. Cinematography on that's looking like shit. But Gladiator 2 looking like it's gonna be a fucking banger. And this movie, even though it's not a fucking banger, if next week, if you're like, I've never seen Gladiator 1, I don't want to watch 2, and you're like, fuck a Wicked and fuck a Moana next week, then this is your movie. If you don't want to see any of those, which I'm sure those will all be bangers, but if you don't want to, you've got a fourth option, and that's The Rock. Okay, I'm not advocating for this movie. I'm not saying this movie is the best thing I've ever seen in my life, but I do think that it's a 6.5 out of 10, and that's what I'm giving it. That's my fucking solid score. You can suck a dick, okay, if you fucking disagree. That's what I say. I'm just playing. I love you. Come here. It's okay. Come here. Chris Evans didn't do nothing to you. It's okay. It's okay. And with that, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Please like, subscribe for more. I did that incorrectly. I was supposed to say like, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys on the next. There we go. Yeah. I didn't fuck up my outro. I didn't.
Shopping? Toy stores.
Toy stores what?
The supply closets are portal stations.
I love my popcorn. Movies, popcorn.